Hi everyone, Josie here, Life at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here in my channel. Today I am going to be making a headboard made only of Dollar Tree materials. I'm redoing one of our rooms into a guest bedroom slash retreat room for me. I took my inspiration out of Pinterest, and as you could see, I'm scrolling down some of the photos after I typed in wrought iron headboard or French Provencal style of headboards, and I'm trying to redo that bedroom into a French country or French Provencal style, and with a farmhouse mixed into it. Before we get started, I would like to request those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet to please subscribe and click that notification bell icon so that you will not miss any of my new uploads. So let's get on with the DIY. Since I'll be using my daughter's old double bed, I am going to be using 6 garden fences. So if you are going to be doing this project, make sure that you have at least 6 garden fences for a double bed or a queen size bed. It should work also. If you have a king size bed, you probably would need a couple more of this garden fences, and you would need to split them in half. Now for a twin size bed, I think you can use just a single panel and then just make it work for a twin size bed. Again, total of 3 rows. I'll be using Dollar Tree zip ties to connect them together, and it doesn't matter what color because I am painting this, and I also have this pair of scissors from Dollar Tree. Now you need a good pair of scissors because sometimes it's so hard to cut these fences. My previous DIYs, I show you other ways to cut this. Basically, you just need to cut the sides of each garden fence, the ones where there's that pointy like a nail on the side, and on the left side there's the hole, because typically you would connect this if you will use this in the garden, but I am not going to be using that. Now the bottom part, the 2 garden fences at the bottom that I will be putting as my first row from the bottom, I would have to cut also the 3 stakes. You see those pointed stuff there at the bottom? I will cut them from each of the garden fences that I will put at the very bottom. I will not do that on the upper ones because I will need them to hold on and connect them together so that it looks like they are fused, or kind of, how they make wrought irons, they connect them together. So after doing the cuts that I mentioned, again, remember, do not remove the stakes from 4 of them, only from 2 of them, but cut all the connectors on each side of all the 6 fences. Now I'm going to be assembling them. First, I'm going to be connecting the 2 bottom fences. Okay, those will be the ones closest to the bed. That's going to be the bottom part of my headboard. As you could see, after I make the cut, now they are flush, right? They can sit next to each other, and it'll be easier for me to connect and without all those connectors or hardwares. And I'm going to be using my zip ties. To make it easier, I suggest flipping over your fences. When you're going to be making the connections, don't do it on the front, do it while they are flipped over like this on the back. And make sure that they line up. I'm going to be putting 2 zip ties here first, one on the top portion and one on the bottom portion. I made sure that they're not overlapping each other, but they are next to each other. Now that since it's still a little wobbly, to reinforce this one, I'm going to be using popsicle sticks. So I'm going to do all the connections this way first before I reinforce with popsicle sticks. I'm gonna go ahead and use the popsicle sticks that I got also at Dollar Tree to strengthen the connection. So I'm gonna just try to put them, in the gap in between the two zip ties to just make sure that it doesn't wobble. I could have put the third zip tie there, but it's still not gonna be as secured as putting this popsicle stick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use hot glue and apply it in the sections to kind of make it a little bit more stronger. The popsicle sticks are longer than the spaces I'm going to put them on. I use my scissors to just trim them to size. I flip them over again so that I could see the front of the fences to make sure that the connection would be fine. I'm just trying to plan it out well, and as you could see at the center of those upper two rows, there will be two stakes on each at the center of them that would be next to each other. But since they are kind of splitting up, I'm going to use a zip tie. I am putting them together and connect them onto the top middle portion of the lower fence. As you can see here, I think it's best for me to just show you what I'm doing because it's easier than me explaining it. So I flipped it over so that you could see how it looks like. See those two? I tie them up like that, and then I'm going to put a popsicle stick here so that it won't wobble. And to protect this also, I will put popsicle sticks. So I'll be doing that on all of the center. And as you can see on the edges here, I make sure that the pointed stuff kind of disappears or it's hidden. And make sure also that this one actually should go up to this. So I kind of pushed it up a little bit so that they are together. Before I continue tying up the rest, I am adding more popsicle sticks just to make sure that any place where I can reinforce the connection, I have the popsicle sticks as an extra backing or support so that this will not buckle. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect the other stakes to the other garden fence. I'm trying to be very careful not to show the pointed end, so I'm going to make sure that when I connect them really close to each other, and making sure again the arch on the bottom fence is almost lining up or abutted to the bottom of the upper fence. See, as I push it down, make sure it's snug and that they are really snug. The same thing on the second stake, and just trying to make sure that they are aligned. They're all aligned, and then I'm putting this connection or this zip tie where I can hide the pointed stuff best without ruining the look. It has to be kind of like a one piece. Imagine this, if this is a real wrought iron, they have to be welded together. I'm just using zip tie to weld it, and I'm just connecting them as seamless as possible. And each time, whenever it slides a little bit off, I make sure that the top of the arch connects to the bottom straight line of the upper fence. And I'll just show you how I did the other two stakes. Show you, see, they're all lined up on those tips. This and this and then that. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat what I've done on the top row. just repeat what I've done with the second row, connecting it to the bottom row, and then the third or the top row, connecting it to the second or the middle row. Now I flipped it onto its front so that you could see, look, they are connected. I didn't add any zip ties to the arches. I could have done that, but I decided not to. I'm going to be painting the zip ties so that it will blend in like it doesn't exist or it's not too obvious. So I'm using just this elephant color or shade by Waverly. It's a chalk paint that I got at Walmart, and I'm just painting any areas that may show up that is not the same color as the garden fence. So it's as close to the garden fence color that I could find. Just use a couple or 3 coats of this elephant gray and you should be set. So elephant gray is just like dark gray. I also painted the popsicle stick side, anything that I could see that is different color. I hung the headboard 5 to 6 inches higher than the bed so that when I put the pillows, I will have space for the pillows and I will not cover the headboard. And also, the head of anyone laying down will not hit the headboard accidentally. Chances are, if that happens, may yank off the headboard. That's why you have to also secure it onto the wall. I did it with 2 carpenter nails, and I'll show it to you. I also painted the carpenter nails with the same color as the zip ties. Hey, let me go closer so that you will see the nails. So there's one on the right side here. Let me just show it up close. On the very top, ignore that hole above it. That was a nail hole. That was a wrong positioning. It was just too high, so I just had to lower it. And then on the left, I had another one right there. You can hardly notice it because, again, I painted it with the same color as the garden fence, which is the elephant gray. And you can add more nails if you want to secure it better. This one is good enough and secured enough in my opinion, but do whatever you think is best for your situation. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please share to anyone who may be interested in this kind of project. I have probably a couple more videos where I will show you thrifted items that I will repurpose or do a trash to treasure kind of project, and also some more dollar store DIYs that I'm going to be incorporating in this bedroom. So subscribe and click that notification bell so that you will not miss any of those. I hope you all are having a great day. Leave me some comments down below. Take care, everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.